How's it, everyone? Inflation rates are rising like crazy, and there's talk about a recession, and worst of all, the FDA just banned Juuls. It seems like the world is in a really rough place right now, especially for those nicotine addicts. I'll pour one for you, homies. That was too much. That was... oh, no. But all is not lost because I'll be going over the best bank accounts of 2022 that includes both checking and saving accounts. That way you could store your hard-earned money knowing that it's safe and earning a high interest rate, all while using unique features for each bank. First up is Ally Bank. Ally Bank is an online-only, full-service bank that has been around here for a while and has a good reputation. There's a good reason for that. With their online checking accounts, you'll earn 0.1% on balances of $15,000 or less and 0.25% on balances of $15,000 or more. Now I get it, the APYs on these accounts are not the greatest interest rates that you could receive amongst, all the banks out there, but when compared to the national average of just 0.03% for checking accounts, it's pretty good. Also, just a little side note, this goes for all interest rates, all APYs that I'll be going over in this video. They're all subject to change, so by the time you're watching this, it may be different from what I am saying in this video. On top of that, Ally Bank's checking accounts have very little fees. No maintenance fees, no minimum balances required, and as of recently, no overdraft fees. And this is a huge one because Ally Bank is one of the few banks that actually offer no fees for overdrafts. The little fees that they do have are posted very clearly so you won't get hit by any hidden or surprise fees. Even though Ally Bank is an online-only bank, you'll have access to over 43,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide. And Ally Bank will reimburse you up to $10 every month if you do incur a fee from another ATM across the nation. As for their savings accounts, you'll receive an APY of 0.90%, which is more than 10 times the national average of just 0.08%. And the cool thing about Ally savings accounts is that you have features such as buckets and boosters. Buckets are a way to set aside money for specific goals within your savings account. You don't need to create multiple accounts to organize your cash now. You can do it all in one account. And boosters are tools that will help automate and optimize the amount of money that you save. Remember I said that Ally Bank is a full service bank? It's because not only are their bank accounts great, but you could also receive loans through them and trade stocks and ETFs for free. So if you're looking for a solid basic bank that has a great reputation and don't mind that it's online only, then Ally Bank is a fantastic choice for you. Moving on to another familiar bank, we have Discover. Yes, they have solid credit cards, especially for those who are just starting off on your credit card journey, but they have even better bank accounts. With Discover, you will see no fees, and they are pretty upfront about it. That's no monthly maintenance fee, no insufficient funds fees, and more. It's always nice to have a bank with no hidden fees because I think it's so dumb when you get hit with like that random $5 fee that you didn't even know what you got charged for. With Discover, you also have access to over 60,000 ATMs, fee-free overdraft protection, and access to their 24/7 customer service. A special thing about their checking accounts is that your Discover debit card will earn you 1% cash back on up to $3,000 in purchases every month. I'll be honest, 1% cash back isn't really the greatest, and I would highly recommend looking into a cashback credit card, which will give you way more than 1%. But if you can't get a credit card or you don't want to get a credit card, I think that it's great that Discover offers you this option to get 1% cash back on something, whereas most other banks will give you nothing for it. Discover's savings accounts are also solid because they will pay you 0.90% in interest with no monthly fees. The interest is also compounded daily as opposed to monthly, which means you'll get more money from interest compared to other banks. If you want a familiar online-only bank, then Discover is a great option to post up in. Okay, well, not literally post up because they don't have physical branches. But if you've been enjoying this video so far, please go ahead and post up near the like button and maybe even consider subscribing down below, both of which really help support me and this channel. Continuing on our best banks of 2022 journey, we have another online-only bank, which is SoFi. If you do prefer physical branches, I do have an option later in this video, but I gotta say I love online banking. They are super convenient and efficient, and they have low overhead, so ideally they're passing on those savings to their customers. I mean, come on, most transactions in today's world are digital, so you really only need a computer and an internet connection to have a banking account. Unless of course you do some shady cash-only activities. But going back to SoFi, they're actually my favorite bank on this list because they offer so many different financial services and all for completely free. We have things like online checking and savings accounts, investing, credit cards, loans, SoFi Relay, and other services. It truly is a one-stop shop. Of course, SoFi bank accounts have no overdraft fees, no minimum balance fees, and no monthly fees. And you have access to over 55,000 fee-free ATMs across the nation. On top of that, you could get your paycheck 2 days early, but the best part yet is SoFi's interest rates on both their checking and savings accounts. With SoFi, you could receive an APY of 1.25% after you set up a direct deposit to your SoFi account. There is no minimum amount required for that direct deposit, so it should be relatively easy to set up since most employers do allow for direct deposits as a payment option. And right now, if you use my referral link down below in the description, you could receive $25 after you create a SoFi account and deposit $10. You could also receive up to $300 if you decide to set up direct deposits. But the amount of bonus money you receive does depend on your direct deposit amount. Be sure to view that because I want to be as transparent as possible and not just bait you. Even if you don't receive the full $300 bonus from setting up your direct deposit, you'll at least be getting that 1.25% APY on either your checking or savings account. And that interest rate is 41 times higher than the national average checking account's APY. If you don't set up any direct deposit, you'll receive an APY of 0.7%, which is 23 times the national average, which is trash, right? I mean, come on, you could be getting 41 times the national average. Now you can start to see why I love SoFi so much, but it doesn't stop there. Because like I mentioned earlier, SoFi offers other financial services such as trading stocks and crypto and ETFs for free. If you need a mortgage, personal loan, or student loan, you could get all of those through the same bank. You could even seek out auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance through SoFi. But don't forget about the SoFi credit card that has no annual fee, earns you unlimited 2% cash back on anything, and you could use that cash back to invest in stocks or crypto. The last feature of SoFi, which we'll be going over today, is SoFi Relay, which is a financial tool that lets you track all of your money in one place. If you're interested in seeing where all of your money is going and keeping track of your net worth, then this is a great financial tool to use. All in all, SoFi is a great bank to choose because of all of its financial services and financial tools that are at your disposal. Next up on this list is Capital One. Capital One is probably another familiar bank that you are aware of, or maybe if you don't know about the bank, you know about their credit cards. Either way, they are a great bank and they stand out just a little bit more than their other mainstream competitors, and here's why. With their Capital One 360 checking account, you have no fees, which honestly is a must to be on this best bank accounts of 2022 list. The 360 checking account also gives access to your paycheck 2 days early, has over 70,000 fee-free ATMs, and has 24/7 customer support. This checking account has an APY of 0.1%, which isn't impressive to be honest, but hey, it's still over the national average and above most of their other national bank competitors. But the most unique part about Capital One is their cafes. Not only can you go into a physical branch to get help or do your other banking needs, but you could also visit a Capital One cafe. This is an interesting concept which combines the looks of an Apple store with the vibe of a Starbucks and a huge hint of banking all into one. I've honestly never been to one before, and there aren't any in Hawaii right now, so I don't think I'm gonna visit one anytime soon. But it seems like a cool concept, and if I get a chance to visit one, I'm sure I would. If you want to bank with a big national bank with a good reputation and for some reason can't let go of physical branches, then opening up a Capital One bank account will do wonders for you. That's it for the best banks of 2022. Was your favorite bank on this list, or is your favorite bank not included and I need to do more research on it? And for all you social media users out there, go ahead and follow my TikTok and Instagram, and then send me a DM saying you saw me from YouTube or you came from YouTube, because I would love to chat with you guys one-on-one, and unfortunately, you can't really do that on YouTube. But if you love YouTube, and don't get me wrong, I love YouTube too, and you just want to stay here, then go ahead and watch these videos about credit cards, which will go hand in hand with you opening up your new bank account. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Shoots!